It's 12:07. I don't want to talk too loud because I don't know if people can hear me through the walls. And I don't want to be a dick who keeps people up. I called up, what's it, like Poets Gear Emporium. It's like the outfitter in town. And they're out of town. So I was like, shit, how am I going to get fuel now? Well, then when I was talking to him on the phone, he said that you can go to Greenville. I think I'm getting that right. It's like a 15-minute drive from here. And I was talking to the owner of the hostel here. And he's like, dude, I'll take you. So 7:30 tomorrow morning, he's going to take me there. And I can find at least fuel. But hopefully I can find, I've got a whole list of other gear that I kind of want to get and check off the list. So maybe they'll have shoes. Maybe they'll have shoes. I don't like my boots. My heels hurt. That'd be great if they have shoes. And something to repair my destroyed gaiters. Because they don't even stop snow anymore. All they do is just like hold snow in now. So I need to fix those or get a new pair. The problem is they're like $100 each. And it only took me 100 miles to rip them up. So either I'm going to like walk different. I'm 31 years old. I don't think I'm going to change my walking gait very fast. So either I change my walking gait or I just continue destroying these things. I think these are like the heftiest gaiters that Outdoor Research makes. I'm just like looking at them on the floor right now like, ah. Also, one other thing. The tips of those boots, the entire boot is insulated, but the tip of the boot is not insulated. And it's either because of that, or I'm like, because I haven't been able to tighten my shoes down because my heels hurt so bad, my foot been slipping, but all of the toes on my right foot, like the big toe especially, the entire toe, they all, I don't know if it's because they've been smashing or if they've been just so cold, because they've definitely like, I've just had cold toes, like they've just been numb all day, all week, but yeah, the tips of all my toes are numb right now, and I just had thought that was like, I just thought they were cold like outdoors while I was camping all week, but I've been inside for all day or half the day or whatever, 12 hours, and all the toes are still numb. They feel like like when you like lay on your arm. So I don't know what I did to my toes. The feeling will come back. They're strong little toes, but that's just an interesting note. All right, you wouldn't believe it. It's 10 and I've already gotten a bunch of my chores done. So Nick, the owner of the Lakeshore house, took me to the Indian Hill Trading Post in Greenville this morning. Guy didn't have to do that. Freaking cool of him. I mean, saved my ass. But this Indian Hill Trading Post had everything I needed pretty much. I mean, it's an awesome place. The one thing, they didn't have a giant selection of shoes, but I found something. I found these Keen shoes. They were just like the only thing that kind of looked like it had a waterproof outsole with a decent, thick enough sole to accept the crampons, and I tried it out and it accepts the crampons. So that's cool. I think they might just be like walking around shoes because they don't even have a heel lock loop. Like the lace only comes to there. It doesn't go back further, so you can't really lock your heel in. Whatever. I'm pumped about it because I get out of these pieces of shit. And then these are not insulated, so I'm just gonna, like, if I need it, which I haven't really. I have my neoprene booties I'll wear, and then I have just like a bunch of pairs of socks. So, but besides that, what I got there, I spent an arm and a leg. I'm gonna have to jump into my retirement savings to finish this hike now. These are my crampons. I was testing those on the boots, but then I got an insulated. Here, I'll do a little show and tell. I got an insulated water bottle because I broke my other one. Can you see? Yeah, we'll get down here. Because I broke my other one. So I need a new one. So this is a Yeti one. It's kind of cool because it's got this bottom opening, which I can fill up with water. I don't know how to use a water bottle, I guess. But then the top opens. So that's kind of nice because if this ends up freezing, I can still get access to the top. I mean, I imagine this freezes, this little opening freezes too. I imagine I still have freezing problems, but at least this is more idiot proof than the other one, which I broke. So I got that. Camp fuel. 2 things of hand warmers because it's supposed to be negative 15, so if I need them, I have them. A bunch of possible repair stuff. Repair tape, seam seal for all the holes in my gator. So I got to work on those today, try to fix those. Here's a little sewing kit that I found in the hiker box. It's not really like really thick string, so maybe I can find something else, maybe a seam seal it. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about fixing those, but I need to. But then on top of all that, I got another really thin pair of liner gloves, just because sometimes other ones get wet and I just wanted another pair. Then I got a thicker buff. This is like a double layer buff, and it's loose fitting. Because what I found is when I have the balaclava that's tight fitting, my other buff that I was using was another tight fitting thing. So I just had 2 tight fitting things on the face. And when it's super cold, I want a little space between that. So this is a lot lighter fitting. And then this is what I'm really excited about. I got freaking Expedition mitts, Marmot ones. These are massive. So I'm sending both my other pairs of gloves home. I haven't even been wearing them. I've just been wearing my liner mitts because they just haven't really worked for me. These will keep my hands warm. I was so scared of this. Is like as big as you can get. Boom, locked in. Very pumped about that. So sending the other 2 pairs of gloves home. So I'm just gonna have liner gloves and giant Expedition mitts. And then I got a pair of liner socks. I've got the Injinji toe socks right now, but it'll be nice to have another pair of liner socks. So all that I need to find now is what's left on my list. Leuco tape, not gonna find that, just because I'm running low because I've been using it on my heel. I have sewing kit written down. Maybe I can find some thicker thread somewhere. I need an Nalgene still, so I'm gonna just go look around town for an Nalgene. Hopefully I can find an Nalgene bottle somewhere. If not, I'm gonna find some kind of plastic bottle that I can put. It doesn't have to be boiling water and lukewarm water in to sleep with when it's really cold out. It's supposed to be negative 15, so I need that. And then I have VBLs for feet, vapor barrier liners for feet. I wasn't able to find any like specialty ones, so I'm just going to use trash bags because I've already used up all my oven bags. And then, I have written down, don't forget toilet paper. I can't forget that. I'm running low on my supply. Here, let me tell you what those Keen shoes were real quick. Just so if anybody wants to look up and see how stupid I am for like, dude, why'd you pick those shoes? I was in a rush, and this is the best I found. I'm just excited to be in a new pair. If they don't work, whatever. I'm just an idiot. These are the I gotta switch my screen again so I can see. Come on. I got the Targi 2 waterproof men's. So yeah, I think they're just walking around boots. I mean shoes. I don't think they're like meant to be trail shoes. But they feel so good. It feels so good to not have the boots. I'm so excited to send these boots home. I hate these boots. I hate you, boots. I hate you. You suck. You've done nothing but cause me pain. You've just been frozen all the time. This insulation that's supposed to like keep you warm is just, it's always frozen. It's never not frozen. Doesn't matter how many bags I throw on my feet, outside, gators inside, it just always sucks. I hate those boots. I'm happy to be done with those boots. However, I am sending those boots home because I'll shovel snow in them in future years, and they're expensive, man. So now I have a pile of stuff that I'm going to be sending home. Whoa, look at this, base weight decreasing. This is the tight buff. I had a hat. I'll just pick one up. I'm not going to wear this anytime soon. I've got these thick gloves that didn't end up working. My hands were still as numb in those as they were in my liner ones. These did work. They're just a tight fit. Yeah, so those are going home, replaced with the Expedition mitt. Then I have the 5-inch tails, which didn't work. The pillow, because I sleep on stuff. I haven't inflated the pillow. I inflated it once. I use my different bags. I've got so much shit that I can sleep on. I don't need a pillow. Then I had a short sleeve shirt and my shorts. I'll have these sent back to me, but I don't need them now. Those can go home. Then I've got my fanny pack. It's just too awkward to use a fanny pack with the hip belts and then all the layers. There's just so much shit going on. But then inside of that, I had a wrist compass. I haven't used it. Yeah, whatever. I've got a compass on this watch. So wrist compass going home. I've got a tripod mount for the DJI. I just will use the 360 camera now, and I can actually film with the 360 camera now because I didn't do it in the 100-mile wilderness because I was scared for battery life. I just didn't want to be using multiple cameras and eating up battery, so I didn't use that. But that's going home. My DJI mic, lapel mic. I won't be shooting crispy audio. I'm sorry. I'm probably covering up the audio hole right now, so the audio on this is probably crap. A bite mount for this DJI action camera. I'll hold it in my hand. I don't need that kind of action shot, really. So all of that's going home. It's a big decrease. Pretty pumped about that. So now I'm on the hunt. I'm going to go. I could have gotten food at the Indian Trading Post. I had a big thing, but I took way too long. I was taking up way too much of Nick's time. He was so patient with my slow ass. I'm like debating over liner, gloves, and mitts, and he's like patiently waiting for me. He had something to do, and I made him late because yeah. So I didn't get the resupply there because thank you, Nick, for being patient with my slow ass. So I'm going to go get a resupply. I'm going to try to find an Nalgene, maybe try to find a thicker string for a repair kit, and I'm going to send all this to the post office and destroy some food in there, and then maybe do some editing. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot. Look at these. I got pants. Flexible, they're Mountain Hardwear. They're sexy pants. I got those because the snow was sticking to my fleece, and then it would just stick on that for a really long time and then melt and make my butt wet. And I had originally thought I would just wear my rain pants for that, so that wouldn't be a problem, but they just don't breathe at all. It's just, I don't want swamp nuts all day. So I got some pants and then a belt, which is a very heavy belt that is actually hard to unlatch. So if I have to take a dump fast in the morning and I have numb hands, that might be an issue. Yep. I think that's what's going on right now. Cool. Last things last. Everybody at the Indian Trading Post in Greenville was freaking cool. Dude, everybody I've ran into is just so cool. But the Indian Trading Post people were so nice. They're interested in what I was doing. Dude, they just made me feel really good. I just feel really good today. People have just been really good to me. Yeah, man. God. Post office done back there. Now I'm gonna go resupply the convenience store there. The Lakeshore house is just so close to everything. Dude, I'm knocking off all of my chores. Howdy. Hey, how about you? You would not believe it. The Monson General Store had an Nalgene. I've been looking everywhere for a Nalgene. I didn't even think they existed anymore. And then I just go up to the counter and I sheepishly ask, is there any chance you guys have an Nalgene? Because I was looking all over for it in there. Couldn't find it. Turns out they're on top of their refrigerators. They had an Nalgene. It's there in my hand. I got a bunch of shit. But it's the greatest Nalgene of all time. Here, can you see it now? It's got Monson General Store tag on it. And it's mine now. And my life is complete again. I'm just so pumped. I got everything done. I went to the post office. Here it is. I got my Nalgene. I resupplied. Now I just need to sew up my gators and maybe post more YouTube videos. I even called up the Sterling Inn, which is in the next town. So I was like, hey, it's supposed to be like -15. Maybe I should make sure I can get a place to stay. They're like, we're not busy right now. You can get in whenever. I'm riding high on life right now. And there's my home, the Lakeshore house. I need to go back to home sweet home with all my friends. Dude, this is the greatest town of all time. There she is, the source of all my luck and all the well-being, Lakeshore house. This is where it all happens. Watching videos of a dude named Patholary X Gold. Just watching videos of that guy play World of Warcraft on YouTube. And I sewed up all of my gators, and now I'm using seam grip, seam seal, and I'm putting that on the back and then putting a patch on top. And I'm using these repair tape patches on the back, and then I'm going to use tenacious repair tape on the front. And I did that before, and when it got really cold it just chipped. You see there's like a little bit left of it. I tore it all off of each side, and so now I'm going to seam seal that repair patches on the back. These are done. Let that sit for a bit, flip it over, do repair patches on the front, and hopefully it holds up a little bit better with the seam grip stuff. So I don't know, just this is the best I can do right now to try to save these gators. But my uncoordinated ass will probably put another hole in them immediately. Alright, there we go, round 1 of patches. I'm going to let that sit for like an hour, and then I'm going to do round 2. One of the duties of a professional hiker is to constantly be testing out new nutrition. And so I decided today that I was going to do that by testing out Big Chewy Nerds. They kind of look like little dinosaur eggs. They're whatever. It's just hard to, if you're in the same family as a Nerds gummy cluster, it's just hard to compete. 5 out of 10. Yeah, I'll eat them, but I won't be packing these out. Bummer, I had big hopes for the Big Chewy Nerd, but the gummy cluster remains king. And one more thing, since I'm always curious what other people resupply with, this is my resupply for the next 4 days. It is 4 Danishes. Each one of these is 540 calories, so that's 500 calories a day. 4 giant brownies. These are all 510 calories a day, so this is 4-day resupply. So that's 1,000 calories a day. Then we have 4 of these club cheddars. What are these? 250 a day, 250 calories. And then the cheese and peanut butter ones, and these are another 250. So pretty much everything's, so 500 calories a day, 500 calories a day, 500 calories a day. So that's 1,500 a day. Then the Cliff Builder bar a day. Got 4 of those. What are we sitting at? 280 calories.
then I'll just have half a bag of these a day, so that's 250 calories. About. So then, yeah, these are pretty much just like 500 calories a day each, so that's like 2,000 calories a day. And then I have, where'd my peanut butter go? I don't know. My dinners that I grabbed out of the hiker box, these are just like beef and noodles. No clue what kind of calories are these. That's like 500. So that's 2,500 calories a day. And then you throw Fritos on top of that. If I divide this by 4, you're getting about 300 calories a day, a little more. So we're going to have about 3,000 calories a day once I throw in the peanut butter. Where you at? Where you at, peanut butter? There you are. Yeah. 3,000 calories a day. 14 servings in this peanut butter. About 200 each. So maybe even a little more than 3,000 a day. That'll be enough to get me through. And yeah, if I feel like I want more food, I'll just head to the gas station and pick up like a bar or 2 more a day. But 3,000 calories right now is kind of feeling good. Yeah, I don't know. I just laid it out and I was like, God, that's not enough food. But it is. It'll get me through. The thing is, I just like, instead of having, usually a bar is like 200 calories. The problem is all these Hostess things are like 500 calories each. So it doesn't look like a lot, but that's like a lot of just calories and all that. Also, I don't know if you've ever had one of these Arizona Super Athlete tees. Yeah, they're good. Alright, that's my resupply. I don't know if I filmed an update. I've just been too busy eating junk food. I've eaten just such crap. And my resupply is just crap too. I was looking at it, it's just all junk food. I'm in junk mode right now. It's definitely not going to pay off for me, but whatever. I'll get out of it next resupply. But I don't know if I filmed an update on the gators. I got the other side of it patched. Seam seal and then tenacious tape on this side. I don't know. Maybe it'll last, maybe it won't. I hope it lasts. But then again, I really do like to kick my I like to kick holes in my gators, so. You may ask what I've been doing all day. Fix the gators. And I've kind of just been walking back and forth, playing with gear. I just edited day 2 YouTube video. Hopefully I can get a bunch more edited tonight. Just laying around now. I got all my chores done. I feel really good. I'm ready to get back on trail now and test out all the new gear. And I'm very scared of the negative 15-degree weather coming. Yeah, that might be the last video of the night for today. It's 4:16, but nothing else is going to happen. Probably besides me eating food and editing videos. Woohoo! Oh, here's one interesting thing I'm going to do. The Dan Durson X-Mid 2, this is like, I think the first pro version they came out with, so I don't know if they've changed this or not, but the guy lines on the corners, look how short this thing is. That's the entire guy line. There's just nothing. So I actually have some extra, I'm tired of carrying this because every time I take the tent out it just falls, so I'm just going to use it. This is just extra guy line, and I'm going to double or maybe triple the length of this, so I just have more guy line space from the corners. Because what happens is when you go to set it up, there might be a rock or a root or something at that corner, and you don't want to have to move your entire tent, so you want to have some flexibility in your corner. You know, that's more than just that much. So that's something interesting I'm going to do while the YouTube video is uploading. last minute addition to the resupply. I was feeling like I didn't have enough food, so I got peanut M&Ms and a Snickers in addition. That's for my food for tomorrow. And this all goes into the bag. Just gotta make sure you're eating enough candy. Yep. Pretty much everything's organized, ready to go. All I gotta do now is just figure out how I'm getting back to trail. But whatever. Edit a few videos, eat something, watch YouTube.